All right. So as usual, I got the Facebook, the Instagram, and the YouTube up. I didn't do a live yesterday because I just needed an off day. It really wasn't particularly my day anyway. So it was good, much needed rest. I understand it's pretty late for some of you, so you probably won't get on here and interact too much, but that's okay. All right, because it's the reason it um, it's the reason that replays back on my profile. So um, for those of you tuning in that don't know who I am, or you haven't watched any of my videos, my name is Josh, aka Muscles to Macros, or Muscles and Macros on Instagram and YouTube. What do I do? I do these lives to help people overcome some of their fears. I was one of those people that did not want to sit in front of a camera or do these videos. But crazy concept is that I actually enjoy it now. It's pretty therapeutic, and I've gotten pretty good at it. Done a few simple little videography type deal, commercial looking things for coffee because coffee's my passion. I freaking love coffee. Not only do I love the taste, but I like making it. I like the concept behind it. I like that it brings me peace, and you can literally pretty much enjoy it anywhere. But my favorite's outdoors because you got two peaceful things that promote health, and it's just amazing. So that's a little bit about me. But again, so I'm just doing this live because I didn't do one yesterday. Shame on me, but it just really wasn't my day, and I was kind of hoping, I get one of my boys to join in so we could have some pretty juicy topics or conversations flowing. It's kind of hard to fuel myself and keep this going. So I don't have I, for those of you that have watched in the past or just kind of peeked at it. I usually like to go off like I don't want to call it a syllabus. I don't think that's the right term, but pretty much like a guideline of what I want to talk about at each points. I don't have anything like that today. I'm just kind of spitballing it. So yeah, the I don't have anything to unbox. Again, this is just me spitballing. I mean, I can show you plenty of amazing products, good companies out there, quality companies out there that you should give a try if you haven't already. But uh, maybe we'll do that at a different time. So, but I do want to highlight some business, and I'm gonna be a little selfish tonight. I want to highlight myself, my businesses, my passions. So I own a limited liability corporation company. Is yeah, I don't have an S corp or a C corp yet, but a LLC, Hardin Homes LLC. I started it because I had the intent to purchase real estate investment property this year. Unfortunately, some things happened and I wasn't able to. And then I also learned some pretty harsh reality behind the entrepreneur life. And it's not for everybody, but I do encourage you to go through the trials and tribulations of it. It will really build you into, uh, a successful or at least a knowledgeable individual. So I for quite some time now, I had the interest in in business, didn't quite know how to get there or do it or really what I want to do when I grow up. I'm still kind of wishy-washy on it because I think whatever I do in life, I just want to be able to help people. I just want to be able to serve people to the best of my ability to help them develop and grow themselves, and in hopes come together and create a community to then influence society to change for the better, for positive terms. Because let's be honest, the way things are going right now, it's not looking so great. So yeah, again, I think whatever I do, I just want to be have the ability to serve people. Uh, so yeah, I always kind of had this peak interest in business. I would write down goals, and then it was kind of one of those things where I would crumple it up, throw it in the trash can because I had no idea what the hell I was doing. I thought I was an idiot. And here, I don't know, within the past 2 years, 2.5 years maybe, I was like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna do it. And I did it. I created an LLC. No, I haven't done anything with it quite just yet, but doesn't matter. It's still there. I can still use it as a tax advantage because it costs money to start a business. So you can use that against your filed income um, for deductions and stuff like that. So the more you know, right? Start a business, or I don't want to say start a business. I want to say start a system, right? Because a business, usually you're slaving away for, you're putting in serious amounts of time, 40, 60, 80 hour, maybe 100 hours a week, just straight grinding. I'm not saying that you won't have to do that in the beginning, but you want a system, right? You don't want to. We'll use mowing grass for an example because it's pretty common, but you don't want to have a lawn care business that you're in and out, day in, day out, constantly working with your crew, and you're not the the time over the reward isn't there. So this is why I say create a system, create a business, and niche, whatever you want to call it, and you want to establish the business to work for you even when you're not there. Can your business grow without you being there? Can your business run without you being there? Can your business so on and so forth? Um, I got cat hair all over me. Excuse me. So, yeah, I did it right. I made the LLC. I haven't done anything with it. I have within the past year figured out some new ways of real estate investing, whether that be through wholesaling, creative finance, subject to gator lending. Um, I'm not too heavy into the fix and flips, especially with the market today. But eventually, I'll get there, and hopefully, by doing some of those, I will gain some property, some assets that I will have in my portfolio um, with either like traditional rentals or maybe some Airbnb rentals or stuff like that. The other method I forgot to mention was Airbnb arbitrage, which is pretty hot right now. And for those of you that don't know what that is, basically you find a property to rent, you rent it, and then you turn around and put it on the Airbnb market. And hopefully, if you do your due diligence correctly, you double, triple, quadruple your income. But it's going to take some pretty good thought or due diligence on your behalf to ensure that happens. So, so what else do I got going for me? I don't have it registered. I guess you can consider it a sole proprietorship, but I got into the detailing a little bit. Uh, this kind of goes against what I was just saying about the whole system thing. Maybe in the future I'll get it to a system, but I haven't got that far yet. I need to be able to have people that are reliable in order to one establish, then grow and develop the company if it gets that far. But car detailing, it's pretty cool. I'm a big supporter of Adams polishes. I do like some chemical guy stuff, but Adams all the way pretty much. We can do a highlight on them, I guess. Yeah, I guess so. These are pretty cool people. Uh, I kind of want to highlight myself tonight because I'm. I like to consider myself selfless. I don't always put myself first, and it kind of goes against the things that I tell all of you on these social media platforms about self care, prioritizing yourself sometimes. So here I am prioritizing myself. So right, we got the Heart and Home LLC. We got the sole proprietorship, car detailing. What else we got going? Hey Jimmy, what's up? And then we got this faster way to fat loss partnership or coaching, if you will. And it's going, it's flowing. I want to see it. I want to see it exponentially grow in the next couple months. Hopefully, it'll take off, um, and not because it's a stream of income, but because I want to have the ability to help people. I want to, for those of you that haven't watched in some of the other videos, I explained that I wasn't ready to give up the team or the community aspect. So that was one of the big reasons on why I decided to become a coach because I wanted to, after I start this next chapter, I wanted to be able to have some type of tight knit community that I established that we could share a different type of memories, not necessarily the brutal and morbid memory or events, but something a little more positive. Um, yeah, I just wanted to be able to have that opportunity to kind of train, coach, mentor, lead, guide, develop people in everyday population, the average American that wants to excel and make a change in their life for the better, either through fitness, health, mental health, nutrition, or just anything really. I'm all ears. I like to help people. Period. So, and that's what life's really about, in my opinion. For those of you that are money hungry and you think it's all about a wealthy status, you're wrong. I think you're wrong. A lot of people will probably think you're wrong. Um Money is a tool that should be utilized for good, not evil. So, usually I do, and I think I have it on my Instagram, but I did not put it on Facebook because I forgot. But you can go check up in the links. I have them in there. I always most of the time usually put a fundraiser on the videos because I like raising money for good organizations, foundations, businesses, companies that put a percentage of their proceeds or all of their proceeds to helping people end whatever's going on uh, in their circumstances. So in the Facebook, check out the Green Beret Foundation. If you can find it in your heart, donate to a wonderful cause. They help the wounded, present, and the deceased past Special Operations Command families do things in life. And then on the IG, I got the Folds of Honor. Folds of Honor is another great foundation that gives back to the veterans' families to help them further education, and I'm sure they do a number of other wonderful things as well. Um, so hopefully, you can find in your heart to donate to a wonderful cause. But if you don't, if it's not your time, don't worry. Prosperity and happy life will come to you if you're good people, and if you're not, I don't know. You got a rude awakening. Uh, so yeah, I was watching my videos last night, and I noticed that I said a lot, and I'm really trying hard to like break myself of that, but it's just hard sometimes, especially when I'm just kind of spitballing conversation and I don't have anybody to kind of reel me back in and talk to me about a topic or whatnot. That's why I hope, for the people that poke your head in here, you're watching right now, I hope that you ask me like a Q&A or give me a topic that you want to hear my opinion about that we can talk about openly. Just something, again, a little redundancy, but this is my self-care. This is my mental clarity. I kind of get things off my chest to one, help myself, but then hopefully it helps other people as well, because they can click on these videos when they're having a rough patch, or they just need some type of inspiration, guidance, motivation to do whatever it is they want to do without fear, without reprisal. uh, People don't pay your freaking bills, so it really doesn't matter what they think about you. And if they think negatively about you anyway, they probably feel really bad about themselves and they suck. So let them let them dwell on themselves, and who cares? Just do your thing. It's I put myself out there into doing this, and it's pretty cool. It's again, I, this videography thing. And I'm just doing like amateur stuff, but I'll pick up some of the professional things later. But it's pretty cool. Like I never thought I would see myself creating content or making these commercial like reels, um, and then having all these hundreds or thousands of views of people just, I don't know. I mean, some scroll through whatever, some watch, some engage, which is also really neat. Um, this is pretty cool. Like, give it a shot if it's something that you want to do, or even if you don't want to do it. You should always put yourself in the position to learn new skills, whether that be hard or soft skills, because you never know when an opportunity might arise in the future that you might need that hard or soft skill that you learned. So never stay stagnant. Always come up on top. I'm out of water and my throat's pretty dry, but uh, so yeah, I got quite a bit of interest in in I guess I'll start with this. I got quite a bit of interest in my videos and my content. I got people reaching out to me, organizations reaching out to me, telling me phenomenal job, keep chasing the passion, do great things, good things will happen to you. You're good people, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And that makes me happy. I'm pretty grateful for it. So for those of you that watch my videos or know a little bit about me, I've expressed gratitude daily, or I try and express gratitude daily, especially on social media platforms, that kind of help some of you think about the things that you kind of just bypass in life because life is, I mean, it's super busy. Life is super busy. So kind of take time out of your day, just a couple seconds, and think about some of the small things that you're grateful for. And I promise the value will be there because you're going to start to alter or tweak your mindset into becoming positive, and you're going to start seeing things that normally you wouldn't see, or situations that normally you would spiral out of control mentally. And yeah, it's amazing what something like expressing gratitude daily can do for the mental health, for the mind, for the mindset. So I encourage you to try it. Hopefully I'll get some comments. I like to recap some of the things they talk about in a post later on. Hopefully, excuse me, I'm sorry, like indigestion or whatever. So hopefully, by me expressing my gratitude, I'll get some gratitude in the comments and stuff. Uh, so it might help me in the future. Thanks, bro. I mean, you're partially responsible for some of them. So yeah, hopefully, right? Because again, I like to recap some of the things going on in this live podcast or whatever you want to call it. I'll express my gratitude again. Hopefully, I'll get some gratitude back because it'll help me in the future. Maybe think, hey, I never really thought of myself being grateful for that. So today I'm going to be grateful for that same thing, or tomorrow I'm going to be grateful for that same thing. So again, it'll really just taking a couple seconds out of your day, expressing your daily gratitude will alter the mindset hands down positively. You're going to start to see yourself change. You're not going to be thinking about spiraling out of control in a negative situation. You're going to think problem solving, um, solutions and stuff like that. So you can be like, hey, yes, this is a shitty situation, but no, I'm not going to put myself in the previous situation that I was in or the position that I was in. I'm going to think about this in a positive manner. X, Y, and Z could solve this issue, so I'm gonna perform X, Y, and Z, and hopefully you get your desired outcome. So, yep. Enough about that. The other thing that I've got interested in is my coffee. And for those of you that have been watching these videos or know, I love coffee. Um, Part of it's the taste, but the other half of it is the process. This again, the small things that really make you happy in life. And I don't know, it's like cranking the grinds is, I don't know, it's just calming. I like cranking the grinds. I like heating the water up, watching it boil. Trying to get back into working out myself definitely makes sense. Starting off your day thinking something positive uh, will keep you straight minded. Yeah. So Lawrence, I took a quite a bit of time off from working out, and I started to notice like my mental health kind of decreasing. I wasn't as healthy. I started to lose a lot of weight, probably muscle. And I got super weak, and it really put me in a bad spot, I guess, cuz I remember doing all those what do you call them? Muscle ups with all of you guys, and just I just remember all that. And then I don't know, I just at one point I was like, "What am I doing? Like, I got to get back into this." That's kind of like my thing. For those of you that I had an intimate working relationship with, you knew that the gym was for me. So I was kind of not myself for a little while, and I had to get back into it. I'm slowly getting back into it. Sustained some injuries that I'm still dealing with. I'll probably deal with the rest of my life, but I'm getting back. I'm not where I was, like doing all those muscle ups and stuff like that. But I have gained a exponential amount of weight, so it would probably take me quite a bit of time to work back up to that point. But yeah, Uh, I challenge you to, kind of try it yourself. Write down some of those things that you're thankful for. Um, I'm I used to be the person. I'm not so much the person anymore. I got to work back up to it because it can do wonders. But you should wake up early enough to have like you time, and then while you're doing that you time, express your gratitude, do your devotion or your Bible study. Um, just kind of focus on yourself, learn a skill progressively through the time that you have, and then work out. Breakfast, right? Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. um, and there's a lot of reasons for it. One, it's literally in the freaking name, breaking the fast. You're breaking that fasting period, and by you doing that, you're not destroying your metabolism over time to slow it down to the point where, like, if you eat a gasp of air, you're going to gain 20 pounds. So breakfast is super important. I'm not saying I'm not saying to, eat a whole all-star special from Waffle House every day, but something over 50 calories. For all of you that track your macronutrients, or those that want to, our program does it, but you should track your macronutrients. Keep your body in guessing periods where certain days you'll do low carb, other days you'll do your regular macro days. Once a month, at minimum, bare minimum, you want to do 24-hour fasts. And yeah, definitely nice to see you getting back into it, man. Keep your head up. Yep, bro. Appreciate you. Like, that means a lot. Again, I found myself in a really dark situation, and I knew that it was time to seek help, even though I had really put it off for a long time because I had some stigma about it. But the harsh reality is, and I don't mean this in a super negative way, but I did not want to be a statistic, right? 22 a day could be more now. Uh, I don't think it's any less, but I didn't want to be a statistic. And mental health is super super near and dear to me because of the situations that I've experienced in life, and some of my friends that have experienced, and even my family members, because I come from a strong military and veteran background. Uh, the stuff that you experience, even if you really don't experience something traumatic, the duration of time that you're away from just normal everyday society or life can really put a toll on your, not only mental stability, your mindset, but your health. Because humans by nature, we need interaction, we need communication. And yeah, there's people, right? There's other people around, um, in those events and those situations, but it's the same culture. It's the same, usually, mindset or mind frame. And you need a little bit of change in your routine sometimes. So again, mental health is pretty big, a big one for me. That's um, one of the reasons I always usually put fundraisers in. I got a message. Fundraisers in these videos, because again, they do amazing things for some of these people that they service, and it really helps. And then the other half of it is the faster way to fat loss. Right, if you commit yourself to the lifestyle, part of it is donating to charity or serving people for the greater good, because not only, again, does it help that foundation, organization, company, business, or whatever do their thing, but it makes you feel really great about yourself knowing that you are providing a service to another service to another service, and really in the grand scheme of things, you're helping change society for the positive, for the better. So yeah, that's where am I at now? I kind of lost track. I get on these like tangents sometimes, but I didn't mean to keep this one super long. But yeah. So what else? What else? What else? What else I want to talk about? Um, I kind of brought this up the other day because I've been seeing a lot of my boys struggling. Some of my closest relationships that I got going on, they're really struggling in life because the for those of you that were have been with me for an extended amount of duration time, or you know who I am intimately, I like to create super tight knit, close knit bonds with those individuals. I like to use nicknames or first names. I like to get to know them on a like serious intimate level. Um and and my boys right there, and I'm kudos to them because they're moving on to the next chapter in their life and they're really enjoying things to some extent, but we're all in the struggle bus. And I was talking with one of my good friends, and I think the bond that we establish is one of those ones that can't be recreated because we not only endured shitty situations um, over extensive amounts of time, but just the and I'm not saying there's not other individuals out there that are like me that can do the same thing, but it's far few and far between. I think that's how you say that. Just somebody that genuinely gives a shit about people, and we're really struggling because we haven't been able to recreate some of those connections or those relationships with other people. And I kind of you know hit myself over the head about it. I'm like, damn it, maybe the reason everybody's struggling is because of me or X, Y, and Z. But part of it is, and this is the topic that I really wanted to highlight on. Part of it, and this is was some of my problem and is still to this day. But part of it is you're not putting yourself out there and exposing yourself to get those connections or those relationships. And I get it because serving in certain types of communities or organizations, you kind of try and stick to the what you know, but you have to be able to jump out of your comfort zone at some points in time. And by you doing that, by you exposing yourself, right? No, you might not find the type of relationship that you want immediately, but somewhere down the line you're going to find a like-minded individual or somebody with the like-minded morals or values, and you're going to do great things. You're going to change people. You're going to find those relationships that you've been looking for that are kind of difficult to find. It might take a while again, but you have to be able to put yourself out there, expose yourself to some of the things that you've experienced in life, and what you're looking to aspire to be, or what your goals are, etc. So I just for those of you that have been watching, this is kind of redundant, but you have to, again, put yourself out there and experience new ways of life, experience new things that could create a hard or a soft skill, and then hopefully, right when time comes along, the right time comes along, you're going to establish those relationships or communications or communities that you really want or have been looking for. Uh, I know that was kind of jumbled, but hopefully that kind of helps some people out or will help some people out. Uh, yeah, I think I got off on a tangent. Anyway, so I guess I'll end this video. I really want to again, and I hope I do this in every video. I don't know. I have to go look back, but I just want to put my appreciation out there for the people that peek their head in, the people that watch, the people that comment, subscribe, like, share. It really any type of feedback, even if it's negative, because that just gives me fuel to continue doing this, to strive to get better, and hopefully influence people to do the things that they want to do in life that they're too afraid of because of X, Y, and Z reason. Again, I put myself out there. I'm not saying that I'm freaking perfect or whatever, because it was pretty difficult for me and still kind of is with some aspects. Because again, I'll go back and watch some of my content. Last night in particular, I was sitting there counting how many times I was saying in my videos. So I'm trying to break myself of that, and it's a really hard concept to do, especially when you're trying to keep yourself going on this. I don't have like a guideline going on, and even if I do have a guideline, I still get off on a tangent sometimes. So it is difficult to put yourself out there. I'm not saying that, but take the leap of faith. I promise you'll find value in it somewhere along the lines, whether that be through a hard or soft skill. Maybe you'll find the relationship, community, group, something, organization that you've been looking for to fuel your passion, or just doing great things in life and making a change, inspiring people. So, thank you to all the supporters, commenters, likers, followers, etc., etc., etc. You get the point. I do want to say one, I guess, one last thing, or a few last things. I've been looking into this podcast equipment. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna pull the trigger. I just don't know when. I gotta stay strategic about some of the things that I do, because I'm not trying to put myself in a huge bind. But yeah, again, this is pretty therapeutic to me. Maybe it's therapeutic to some of you that are watching or peeking your head in. I don't know, or maybe you're just like, shut the hell up. But I'm gonna do a podcast eventually. I've been watching a lot of. For those of you that know, a little bit about me, I'm a huge supporter in small, local, and veteran-owned businesses. So I've been watching a lot of veteran communities do their podcasts, and they usually do it, one, through these lives, and then two, they have the fancy little microphone with the, I guess, guard, so you don't spin it in the mic. I don't know. I'm still learning. And then I've also been eyeballing some wireless mics to go on, your collar or whatever, when I do these ridiculous videos that hopefully all of you enjoy. Again, the reason behind me doing some of this is to put myself out there, expose myself. So some of you are like, hey, if this dumbass is going to do it, then I'm going to do it too, because it's fun, or it is a good cause. It helps other people come out of their shell and do things that they're driven to do. I don't know, or inspired to do. So yeah, again, I've been looking at these little mics to go on the collar when I do these silly videos. Some of the ideas, I'm not going to take all of the credit. Some of the ideas came from a couple people off the IG, the Instagram. I think their overall like business that they got going on is CSG Industries, or CGS. I think it's CSG Industries. But then you got like MVN Dark and Infidel Laura or Lola or something like that. And they do some pretty ridiculous videos too. Check them out. Comment, like, subscribe, follow their stuff. It's pretty entertaining, especially for people that are in the organization that I'm currently in. For those of you that know, uh, so yeah, been looking at the podcast stuff. Been looking at the mics. I don't think I have anything else to say. I've been going on a tangent. I really didn't mean to keep it that long tonight, because I'm just kind of spitballing it as I go. But I got a little bit of interest going on, through these videos pretty routinely, whether that be through Facebook Instagram or YouTube because I got all three platforms up. I haven't figured out is there a live on TikTok? Because I got a TikTok, but pretty retarded when it comes to it still because it's new to me. Trying to figure it out. I don't know. I'll figure it out eventually. And then I still got to figure out. My wife said she helped me, but I wanted to bring one of my boys on here or somebody, anybody really that wants to kind of put themselves out there to, I don't know, learn a new hard or soft skill or help people. I don't know, or even help me for that matter. But kind of do like a split screen, share screen type deal podcast, so we can keep the conversation going in some form or fashion or come up with new topics. I don't know. Again, this is all new to me. I'm still kind of learning, but I like where it's going. It's pretty interesting. Um, yeah. So what I talk about, I talk about businesses, right? Myself. I wanted to highlight myself, my businesses. So Harden Homes LLC, my sole proprietorship, car detailing, and then the Faster Way to Fat Loss partnership that I got going on. I didn't have anything to unbox. I talked about some topics. And then the future growth and development of the podcast and stuff like that. So I think at this point, I'm gonna end it. I'll recap everything business wise in the Facebook posts. I'll I think it's on my links on my YouTube and my Instagram. So check me out, support me, do what you do. And then one last thing. Again, if you can find it in your heart, donate to amazing causes. I'm not saying you have to donate to the Green Beret Foundation that's in my links in Facebook. I'm not saying you have to donate to the Folds of Honor in my Instagram. I don't have anything on YouTube because I have no idea how to do it. I'll learn it. But you should really start to do your research and donate back to society, especially if you're able bodied to serve. It'll really change your perspective on things, especially if you do your due diligence, your research, because you're going to be like, hey, I'm not in that situation, but X, Y, and Z community or group of people are. And I want to be the reason that they survive tomorrow or their kids go to school or their family has a home or they have clothes on their back, shoes on their feet, not like you. Um, again, I know I keep saying the last thing, but really sit down. I challenge all of you that watch this or peek your head in or just kind of swipe through it and you get enough of this glimpse. But I really challenge all of you to sit down at some point in time before you bed down for the night. Think about some of the small things that you're really grateful for in life, like the shoes on your feet, clothes on your back, roof over your head, food on the table, family's healthy, etc. And then share it to society, share it to the population, because although people might bypass it the first time, if they see it over and over again in their brain or visually, they're going to be like, hey, let me go ahead and try that. I think that expressing my gratitude daily could really help my mindset or my mentality. And I hope it goes where I want it to go, and I hope that it serves other people through some type of form or fashion, message or what have you, to hopefully create a more positive, a better society, because the way it's going right now, it's not looking so great, ladies and gentlemen. But I'll end it with that. Comment, like, subscribe, follow, do your thing, show much love. Links in the videos or on the profile. Um, y'all have a beautiful night. Thanks for watching, peeking your head in. Uh, until tomorrow, I'm out.